Hello, Internet. This is HyperSonicSpeedGrov, the Grov as in the Pokémon Grovyle, and this is episode 13 of my EarthBound Let's Play. In the last episode, we made our way to Saturn Valley, and in this episode, we're going to explore it a bit and see what we can do. First off, in this present, there's a rust promoter, which will deal about 200 damage to any mechanical enemies, or metallic enemies, actually. I'm going to give that to Jeff, and now let's check out some of these caves. In cave number 1, a bunch of garbage cans. Let's see what's inside. In this one, there's a sudden guts pill, which will dramatically increase your guts in battle, which leads to a lot of smash attacks. I'll save that for later. And the other two things, a protractor and a, I believe, broken spray can, I am going to drop because they're not particularly useful. So, I'm just going to drop them, get rid of them. I could sell them later on, but we don't need that much money, really. And we're about to get a lot of money pretty soon, so I don't think it's really necessary. In cave number 2, the rest of town. There are a bunch of Mr. Saturns in here. The one you definitely want to talk to is this guy towards the normally bottom right. He'll tell you, base, secret, base, behind Grapefruit Falls. Password, I tell. Belch man say password. Then stand still, wait for 3 minutes. Once you talk to that guy, you can progress the story, but we still have a bit of business to do. We look like same. I give you special thing. Not now. Zoom. I give you on the way back. Boing. Bye later. So, maybe you want to talk to that guy after we're done here. So boing, you have $380. We trade secret herb. So boing, you have $1,780. We trade horn of life. And this guy, scary guy, boing. Grapefruit Falls. Scary, sick, barfy. Go and la la la. Ding, scary. And outside this cave is a nice little balcony. But it's not very useful, and there is something useful up this ladder. What is up this ladder, you ask? The shop. The Saturn Valley shop has a lot of things we can do. There's a phone, there's this really weird looking ATM, and there are a lot of things that we can buy. So we could get peanut cheese bars, which I will do. Is there anything Zoom else need? I'm going to sell some of the things we already have that we don't need, such as the copper bracelet that Ness has, and I'm going to buy a couple peanut cheese bars because they are very good healing items, and they're pretty cheap for only $22. So maybe I'll just get just one, but I'm also going to sell, I think Jeff has a croissant, which we do not need, especially since he has a picnic lunch and we want to have inventory space. It seems he also has a toy air gun, which I have for some reason. Oh, I guess I never sold it after I got the Magnum air gun last episode, which I'll sell. That's some pretty good money, $100. And I'm also going to buy some defensive equipment from this Mr. Saturn. Hi, you come buying? You can sell too. I, Mr. Saturn, boing, can do all for you. What do you want soon? So we can get the Great Charm, Silver Bracelet, and Red Ribbon, which are very good defensive items, and we need some defense for the next section, in my opinion. I am not going to be getting the Bionic Slingshot, because although it does raise attack, it lowers your accuracy, and that I will not stand for. So, I'm gonna buy some things now. So now we're not the most rich, but we'll manage, and I'm actually going to deposit my money just in case, and we won't need that much money. We spent a lot of it, but we still have about 1,700 left. That's really good, and up this ladder is a Mr. Saturn. 3 to Zombieful. I saw. Bad stink behind falls. Zoom! But these ladders are either too short or too tall, and we can't get to wherever that is. Lots of friends. Taken behind falls. Why? Boing! So, it seems that the Mr. Saturns have been taken behind the falls. So, let's go see what that's all about. Here we are in Grapefruit Falls, and there are a lot of enemies right off the bat, but it's nothing we haven't seen before. Farm zombies aren't that dangerous, and armored frogs can be frozen and possibly gotten rid of in just a PSI Freeze Alpha, but I didn't think so either. So, hopefully they don't do that much damage, which they aren't. So, we should be fine. I'm going to bash this one with Ness, and I will use freeze on this armored frog, and I'll just shoot the farm zombie. Hopefully that gets rid of them, which armored frog solidified, so that's good, and wow, that's a lot of damage for a smash, even because armored frogs have really good defense, but we should be fine. Paul got rid of it with 1 HP of damage, and about 1,000 experience each. Ness's level is now 23, offense went up by 2, guts went up by 1, maximum HP went up by 3, maximum PP went up by 1, and Jeff's level is now 20. Oh baby, offense went up by 4, defense went up by 2, speed went up by 2. Oh baby, IQ went up by 3, maximum HP went up by 1. IQ is really good. We like to see that with Jeff, and he's at 20. So, let's head north back to the falls where that guy took our picture, and you see this little area here? We can go behind the falls, and here, if you press up, if you go as far as you can, he'll say the password. Now, like that Mr. Saturn told us, the password is to not press anything, just wait for 3 minutes. So, while I wait for 3 minutes, I will be doing exactly what I would be doing if I wasn't making this video, playing Mega Man X5. So, take it from here. Thank you very much. This is HyperSonicSpeedGrov, the Grov as in the Pokémon Grovyle, and today we are playing Mega Man X5, or more specifically, Volt Kraken's stage, which is in my opinion the most annoying stage in the game. It's because of these electric orbs you have to grab while on the Ride Chaser in the first half of the stage. If you don't get all 8, you don't get the armor piece at the end, and I really want the armor, so this is kind of frustrating, because it's just annoying. It's just annoying, that's all. It's manageable, as you can see. That took me a lot of tries, but it's manageable. And another reason why X5 isn't the best Mega Man X game, dialogue boxes. You can mash through all of them, and still, you have to watch this cutscene. Like, I understand, I did collect these things. I don't need to watch them being shot at the door, and then another dialogue box, and then you go inside to actually receive the upgrade, and guess what? Another dialogue box. And you have to mash through them really quickly if you want to get the time bonus, because the game ranks you at the end of every level. It likes going fast, so you have to mash. And I'm not a big fan of that. There are also those guys, which you can collect, and if you save them, they will give you health and an extra life. There are these lock things that you have to hit towards their closing point or whatever, which opens the door, which we definitely want to do, and do it quickly as well. We can use the air dash, or the upgraded version, the F splasher, to not take damage in the air, which is really useful, but some places we're gonna just take damage. Here there are multiple locks, which means we have to hit both of them. It's actually a lot more annoying than it looks, because if you don't hit them for a while, they go back into their outermost position, I guess, and you have to be very quick to make sure they don't do that. This section in particular is very annoying for me, because the locks and this electric thing, and I always spend way too much time trying to avoid it, and it's never worth it. I find it's easiest just to get hit, because, I mean, the locks aren't going to close themselves. And there we go, I did it, and now we can save some of these guys. I always save all 3. I don't know if it's actually would be better to save just 2 of them, but I don't need that much health. And this section is so annoying. I don't like it, because the spikes insta-kill you. So what are you supposed to do? I don't get it. But luckily, I am able to, hopefully, we'll be able to finish it, and it seems like my time's just about up. Back over to you, HyperSonicSpeedGrov, playing EarthBound. And here we are, folks. I hope you enjoyed that. I was going to do Mega Man X4, but... Dang it! Seriously? Come on! Oh gosh. Volkswagen Jetta. Come on! Got shoot! For Volt Kraken. Why? No! Seriously. Yeah. So, we've got this text box. Okay, you may enter, and it brings us inside. Now, one thing I think is funny is that if you if you leave and come back, you never give up, do you? If you don't mind taking it in the shorts, go on in. Blech, blech, burp. Luckily, we don't have to wait those 3 minutes again. And this thing. Did you bring some fly honey? It's Master Belch's favorite. Okay, you may pass through. Hey, be careful. Be sure you don't drop it. If I had said no, then why are you here? And he would have fought us. This is the slimy little pile. It has about 200 HP, and they can call for help, so we use freeze. That's my mindset on these guys. And they can make you start crying, which makes you inaccurate, so freeze beta is really the best way to go. Freeze beta takes care of basically everything. It's great. 600 experience, about. Paul's level's now 20. Offense went up by 2, defense went up by 1, speed went up by 1, vitality went up by 1, IQ went up by 2, maximum HP went up by 10. That rocks. Maximum PP went up by 10. Wow. That does rock. And here are Foppies, or they're just called Foppy. These guys are really easy. I feel bad for them. Ooh, a smash with Paula gets rid of them. They try Brain Shock, but it never works. They attack, and it deals very little damage. Maybe a smash would have killed Paula because she's at low health, but they don't deal a lot of damage. They're really just best for getting experience. They're probably the weakest enemies in the game. I'm sure you could beat them at the beginning of it. Well, that's a little bit of a stretch. Whoa! I knew there were enemies that appear in this room frequently, but it always spooks me. I'm going to use fire beta on the back row, and I'm going to just bash the front farm zombie. Hopefully this gets rid of at least one of them, because I don't want to be attacked by 3 farm zombies. Well, yeah, okay. They don't deal that much damage, it's fine. Only 13 to 17, and they did something mysterious, but should be fine. Just going to bash each one of them, and hopefully they all return to the dust of the earth. Which they have, and I'm going to have to heal Jeff now, aren't I? 900 experience, I was expecting more. And inside, all of that was for a bomb, which I don't like bombs. I don't like using them. I'm just gonna drop it. I'm not a fan of bombs in this game, just because there are so many better options. I'm actually gonna drop this one too, because if I don't drop it, I'm never going to use it, so I think it's best if I just do it. I'm going to also use this picnic lunch to max out Jeff's health, just because it's there, and oh, more Foppies. I almost don't want to fight these guys, but running away is not likely, and I don't want to take more damage. Yeah, I'll just beat them up. I don't need the extra experience is the thing. I feel bad beating up these Foppies for no reason, and I don't want to get over-leveled, but whatever, I'll just beat them up. They started the fight, so it's not like I'm the one at fault here. It's the Foppies' fault. And they give good experience anyways. Jeff's level is now 21. Maximum HP went up by 1. Wow. Thanks a lot, Foppy. Oh, I thought it was just a singular one, but it's multiple. I'm going to move them off screen, so hopefully... Nope. No. Oh gosh. There are a lot. Oh, there are a lot! And it's cohorts. E? It goes up to E. You know what would be cool? If I used Rock and Beta. That would be... Yeah, that's... Yeah. There you go. Take that, Foppies. It's going to get rid of all of them. As you can see, the damage varies from like 170 to like 250. And I'm sure somebody's going to level up with 2,000 experience. Ness's level is now 24. Oh baby, offense went up by 6. Speed went up by 1, guts went up by 1, vitality went up by 2, IQ went up by 2. Ooh baby, luck went up by 3. Sweet, maximum HP went up by 22, that is huge. Maximum PP went up by 7, and we get healing beta, finally. Paul's level is now 21. Offense went up by 1, speed went up by 1, guts went up by 1, maximum HP went up by 3, and we gain offense up alpha. So now that's 2 PSI abilities that I will explain, or have the game explain. So it heals everything that healing alpha does, which is cold, sunstroke, and sleep, but it also cures poisoning, nausea, feeling strange, and uncontrollable crying, which means we basically never need those vials of serum that I bought. Offense up will do what it sounds like, increase someone's offense, and you can use it a couple times, but it doesn't always work. I'm not the biggest fan of the offense and defense raising PSIs in EarthBound. In the next game in the series, Mother 3, they are great, but in this game they are not as good, in my opinion. And I don't use them very frequently. One singular Foppy wants to fight. That was quick. 400 experience. They give a lot of experience, but it's really not worth it. If we head down here, there are a couple of items, and a couple of zombies, as it seems. Hopefully... Oh, it's 3 of them. I thought it was only 2. You see, that's how they trick you. I'm going to only use Fire Alpha. And, wow, Jeff went first. Huh. Rarely ever see that happen. Well, I actually don't think we have seen that happen, since Jeff has got with the other party members, huh? I wonder if his speed is equal to anyone else's. And Farm Zombie returned to the dust of the earth. So, 700 experience. It's crazy that 2 Foppies give more experience than 3 zombies, and... Huh, Jeff is faster than Ness now. Let's see, there is an IQ capsule, which I am immediately going to give to Jeff, which will increase his IQ by 1, which is still really good, and a broken laser, which I'm going to give to Jeff. Wow, inventory is getting very full, very fast, but hopefully I can manage it. Oh, that's some game lag. That's how you know there are a lot of Foppies, when Ness starts climbing up the ladder really slowly. Oh. There are a couple of Mr. Saturns here. Ah, so honest, smile, boing, and tired, but so good. Ding! It's hard to make the gross sounds that Master Belch does. I know I can't do it. Master Belch is the slimiest. However, I heard he's also serving some Gygus guy. That I cannot believe. Another singular Foppy. Oh no, it's 2 of them. Stop fighting me, Foppies. I don't want to fight the Foppy and its cohort. And another smash from Paula. Huh. So, another incredibly quick battle against the Foppies. And hopefully I don't run out of PP. Oh, okay, he just fights you. I was expecting to talk to him, but nope, just another slimy little pile. These guys aren't bad. I'm gonna use Freeze Alpha for sake of PP conservation, and hopefully if we attack him before he makes us cry, we can get rid of him, which we did, and that worked. And that's going to give quite a bit of experience, leveling Jeff up to 22. Vitality went up by 1, IQ went up by 1, luck went up by 1, maximum HP went up by 10. We always like to see Jeff gaining IQ. Up here, there's a slimy little pile. So, you're the ones who destroyed the zombies that I assigned to Threed! And we fight another slimy little pile. I expect this battle to go pretty similar to the last one. Freeze dealing about 150 damage, then Ness and Jeff finishing it off. This time it didn't attack though, which is nice because I'm trying to not die, and not getting hit is helpful for that. Here we encounter an enemy that we really don't see a lot. The mostly bad fly. They're pretty easy. I wouldn't focus too much on them, especially when there's a slimy little pile. We don't like slimy little piles. They can make you stop moving, which is pretty annoying, and mostly bad flies don't deal that much damage. But since the slimy little pile has taken about 100 so damage, we can just use freeze on it again and it'll most likely go down, which it did, and we can just attack these mostly bad flies. Wasn't expecting them to survive that, because they don't have that much health, but I'm pretty sure we have them at like 3 or 4 health, if anything. So, not anything to worry about. mostly bad flies are mostly bad at battling. In these trash cans, there is a vital capsule which increases vitality, which determines health, so I will give that to whoever has the lowest health. Ness has 210, Paul has 93, Jeff has 120, guess it's going to Paula. And this makes me realize how much I need to use life up on Ness. I didn't even know he had that much health. So now his health is maxed out, and we can pretty much use life up. Maybe have been spending my PP too much. Maybe I shouldn't have used Rockin' on those poppies. An HP sucker, I don't use this ever. It sucks some HP from the target. The more HP an enemy has, the more you get, and it can be used infinitely. I never use this thing. I don't know. It's probably useful. I just never use it. And a calorie stick I could have used to heal. I'm going to get rid of that. Now, a couple more mostly bad flies. They only appear on this, like, top floor and that little area with the trash cans. I'm going to use fire to get rid of these flies faster. Hopefully, only one survives, which won't deal a lot of damage. And, yeah, didn't deal a lot of damage at all. Actually, in this scenario, I'm going to use auto fight because it's going to most likely bash, and it's faster than pressing bash for every single person. Paul's level is now 22. Luck went up by 1. Maximum HP went up by 12. Maximum PP went up by 2. I guess that vital capsule was really working miracles, because now Paula's health is pretty high, and another slimy little pile to fight. What I'm hoping is that after we get out of battle with this one, we'll be in, like, that invincible state, and that Foppy won't attack us. And Paul is running very low on PP, so I'd like to just bash if I can, hopefully. Oh no, it called for help. That's bad. I'm going to use Freeze Beta on this slimy little pile. And Sticky Mucus luckily didn't work. Stinky Breath isn't going to work because we're already crying. And hopefully this gets rid of that other slimy little pile so that we can focus on just the single slimy little pile. And it's still okay. Luckily Ness hit. I wasn't expecting Jeff to not be able to finish it off, but luckily we are ending the battle with Ness at level 25. Maximum HP went up by 1. Wow, and that's not even from a Foppy. No! Oh, I was so close to that door, but the Foppy wants to fight. It's opening attack. It's absent-minded. I'm going to run away. But couldn't. I'm going to run away. Still not dealing damage. And they did. Thank goodness. In this room, frequently a magic butterfly will appear, so if you need PP, you could go in and out of it a couple times. I am not going to do that because I think we're pretty much set. Mostly bad flies. I thought they only appeared on that top floor, but it appears I was mistaken. They are here as well, but more Foppies. My favorite enemy to fight. What if I ran from this one as well? Couldn't run. And Brain Shock doesn't work. And attacking. I might as well attack. I don't know why I'm trying to run. I don't want to get over leveled, sure, but the Foppies are just going to deal damage and then I'll have to heal. There's no point in running away. Even if I would like to, it's not going to happen. I'm surprised I was able to run away so soon that one time. And that is a slimy little pile. So I'm going to use Rockin' Beta. Joke's on you, slimy little pile. And mostly bad flies. Guts went down by 5. Said something nasty. That's rude. That's very rude, mostly bad flies. I guess they're not all bad at battling. But we are better at battling, and we are now have Jeff at level 23. Offense went up by 1, defense went up by 1, guts went up by 2, maximum HP went up by 2. Ah, aren't you the fly honey delivery boy? What's the password? It doesn't mean I don't trust you, just say it. Say it now. Someone so quiet is either extremely shy or extremely dangerous. What a suspicious fellow. And we fight another slimy little pile, which I am going to bash once again. It seems to dodge a lot of our attacks, which I don't like, because now it's going to dodge even more of our attacks. Don't use bash with Paul, freeze it. Maybe I didn't have to freeze it, because Jeff is coming through with the accurate hits. Another slimy little pile down. I'm going to see if the other one is one that talks to you. Presumably not. And, oh, now there are slimy little piles and mostly bad flies. I'm going to use Rockin' once again. I enjoy using PSI Rockin' Beta because look how much damage it does. It clears out all the enemies. It's great. And it didn't clear out the mostly bad flies? Whoa. I was not expecting to see that. I was gonna say today, but ever. Paul's level is now 23, offense went up by 2, speed went up by 1, IQ went up by 1, maximum HP went up by 2, maximum PP went up by 3, not bad. I'm still surprised that that mostly bad fly wasn't affected by Rockin'. And there it is, folks. Burp. So you are Ness, I see. York, York, York. There's a prophecy that a boy will destroy Master Gygus. You make me laugh so hard. If Master Gygus is scared of someone, he would have to be worse than the greatest evil. Garg, ga, garg, ga, ga, ga. I'll take you down big time, so get ready for the worst fight of your life. Ga, ga, ga. Get ready to feel the pain of true nausea. Get. Come on, let's go. After making some really weird noises, Master Belch attacks, and I'll give you a hint. You can't. It's not likely that you'll beat him without using the jar of fly honey. This is because he has basically infinite health until you use the jar of fly honey. So I'm going to use that on him, and he'll grab it, and from then on, he's basically an easy boss. I won't cure Paula. I'm just going to attack with everything I've got, because he's really not that dangerous. You can just use the fly honey, and he'll start scarfing it down every turn, and he'll barely attack. And, oh, his body's solidified. Hopefully, he won't be able to attack. And actually, I'm going to defend, and I'm going to use a bottle rocket, because I have 2 of these. And I have quite a few. He lost his mind by wolfing down fly honey. I'm going to use that to deal some extra damage. Maybe I shouldn't have defended, but it's not that big of a deal. And I need to heal Paula, but Master Belch is defeated. He only has about 650 health, so not very difficult. Ness's level is now 26. Defense went up by 1, guts went up by 1, maximum HP went up by 2. Looks like it was an even fight. Burp. But now, Master Gygus has managed to get the Mani Mani statue into Forside. The city will soon be in worse condition than living in your own puke. Suffer, Spanky. Ga 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 ga. Burp. And he disappears. That was a really weird noise to make, if I may say. I think healing alpha cures nausea. It doesn't. I think healing beta cures nausea. And now we have no PP. That's fine. If we head back here, we can see a Mr. Saturn. I escaped. Zoom. Burp. Boing. Goody. Burp. So that was interesting. And if we continue through these tunnels, you worn down? Ah, boing. Burp. Barf. Stinky. Bee-you. So it's presumably we have puke all over us, which is disgusting. Go in, hot spring. Wash barf all off you body. Which, yeah. And drink coffee before go? Say yes to me? Say no to me? Maybe not now. Why you say no? Hot springs, rest here. Longer ladder, can go to hot springs. And if we take a dip in here, eventually, you got in and washed all the extremely dirty gunk off of your body. Now, I would love to have coffee, but there's one thing I do want to grab, which is in this cave. Remember that Mr. Saturn who's told us to come back? Well, if we go and talk to him, he will give us, here's present. I hand you cup of life noodles. I hand you Mr. Saturn coin. I no hand you my stag beetle. Oh, tease you. I have no something. So we get a cup of life noodles, which is always great. And we have a stag beetle, which will, if we go into help, by throwing this at the enemy during battle, the enemy is shocked and stops moving, gone after one use. Slightly useful. And we have the Mr. Saturn coin, which is really good. It increases defense by quite a lot, so I'm going to give that to Ness, because I want him to have good defense, and right now, he actually has the least defense, which is kind of sad. He's meant to be the tank of the group, so I will promptly replace the hard hat, and now defense 77, that is very good, and I'm going to just drop this hard hat. We don't need the money. But now, I think we should accept that Mr. Saturn's offer and go get some coffee. So if we head back up the ladder, we can just talk to him, and we can take the coffee. Bottoms up, boing! You've traveled very far from home. Do you remember how your long and winding journey began with someone pounding at your door? It was Pokey, the worst person in your neighborhood who knocked on the door that fateful night. On your way, you have walked, thought, and fought. Yet through all this, you have never lost your courage. You have grown steadily stronger, though you have experienced the pain of battle many times. You are no longer alone in your adventure. Paula, who is steadfast, kind, and even pretty, is always at your side. Jeff is with you as well. Though he is timid, he came from a distant land to help you. Ness, as you certainly know by now, you are not a regular young man. You have an awesome destiny to fulfill. The journey from this point will be long, and it will be more difficult than anything you have undergone to this point. Yet, I know you will be alright. When good battles evil, which side do you believe wins? Do you have faith that good is triumphant? One thing you must never lose is courage. If you believe in the goal you are striving for, you will be courageous. There are many difficult times ahead, but you must keep your sense of humor, work through the tough situations, and enjoy yourself. When you have finished this cup of coffee, your adventure will begin again. Next, you must pass through a vast desert and proceed to the big city of Fourside. Ness, Paula, Jeff. I wish you luck. And with that, I think it's a pretty good time to end the episode. In the next one, we'll probably check out what's in this whole milky well. What this ding. But for now, this has been HyperSonicspeedGrov, the Grov as in the Pokémon Grovyle, and I'll see you in the next episode.